Hello, welcome to Maternity Nursing 1. I am Ms. Kinan. I'm going to present the material from Nurse Ballot Lydia Ingrid regarding maternal and fetal nutrition. So, the background of this topic is that a child's growth and development are actually determined by the conditions of the fetus inside the womb and actually the mother's nutritional intake during pregnancy. A good nutrition during pregnancy can also contribute significantly to the health of the mother and the fetus. A pregnant woman is expected to take a portion equals to twice the size of a non-pregnant woman, and it's also included a healthy and balanced diet, which is very essential for the mother and the baby. A chronic energy deficiency or CED, or what is very common in Indonesia called kekurangan energi kronis, is happening due to unbalanced nutrition intake, which can lead actually to physical and mental growth, impaired physical and mental growth. So, because of lack of energy, the mother won't be able to function as it should, and then the baby won't be able to grow as it should. And the most crucial gestational period for nutrition is actually the first trimester. Why? Is it because during the first trimester, the fetals are developing their vital organs, and it requires a lot of energy to compose all the component inside the baby. That's why the mother it's necessarily to take a very good nutritional intake so that it can promote the growth of the baby inside her womb. The goals of these presentations is that with the nutrition, we can promote the growth of the uterine. As we know, the uterus is expanded from only 30 millimeter to even bigger than that, so that we are promoting the growth of the uterine, so it will be a place that is nice and supportive for the baby to grow during the pregnancy. And we also increase the nutrition because we are also growing the breast of the mother so that the mother will be able and be ready to breastfeeding the baby once the baby is born. We also take the intake because we want to make sure that the blood volume of the woman is adequate for the mother and the baby during this period of pregnancy. And as we know, placenta, we also growing the placenta inside the mother, so we need to make sure that the nutritions that taken by the mother will be able to create and make the placenta a very good one for the baby to then receive the nutrients from the mother's intake. And amniotic fluid also is the one that we are trying to control during our nutrition's intake, as well as the main one is the fetal growth. So the better the nutrition intake, the better and the wonderful the growth of the fetal inside the mother's womb. Now, we are talking about the nutritional needs. So during pregnancy, the nutritional needs of the mother is increased by 15% compared to those of normal women. And actually, the nutritional status and diets are the factors that influence the maternal weight gain. There is a significant relationship between the nutritional status and the diet. For example, staple food and animal-based side dishes related to maternal weight gain. So this is a research that has found that there is a significant relationship for the mother's nutritional status and the weight gain. So, what are the things that the mother can eat during trimester one? So, the essential nutrients that we need to emphasize for the mother in their first trimester are folic acid, unsaturated fatty acid, vitamin B12, and vitamin D. Why? Because folic acid would help in the formations of the central nervous system, including the brain, which can be found in the green leafy vegetable, tempeh, some cereal or nuts that has been fortified with folic acid. And then we also gave a lot of unsaturated fatty acid. So this will also help in the growth and development of the central nervous system and the brain of the baby. And this can be taken from the sea fish, so can be taken by mackerel, tuna, skipjack tuna. The next one is vitamin B12. This is very essential for the fetal cell development, and this can be taken from the livestock products and the processed food such as soybean, tempeh, tofu, eggs, chicken, cheese, and milk. And the last one, very important, is vitamin D. So this vitamin B will improve the absorption of calcium and minerals which are needed in the body from the blood, and this can be consumed from salmon and milk, and this can also be taken from the sunlight. So we ask the mother to have a good sun bathing in the morning so that they can receive a lot of vitamin D. So this is in Bahasa. And next one is what are the nutrients needed in trimester 2? So vitamin A, calcium, and iron. Why? Because the vitamin A, it will help in metabolism process. It helps also with the formations of the bone and nervous system. The mother can eat it from red meat, chicken, ducks, eggs, kale, carrots, yellow and red color fruits. And also she needs a lot of calcium because we are forming the bones and the teeth of the fetus, and when the mother is not taking calcium, the baby will take the calciums from the mother. So we need to emphasize that the mother needs to eat a lot of spinach, oranges, whole wheat bread, and then also yogurt. Iron also important in trimester 2 because iron will help the formations of red blood cell, and iron also will help in transportation of oxygen throughout the body and also the fetus. And the mother can get the materials or the food from nuts, green vegetables, beef liver, and fish. These are from in Indonesia. And also in trimester 3, what are the nutrients important for the mother and the baby? So in trimester 3, the vitamin B6, it will help in processes of the nervous system. It can be obtained from nuts, liver, and wheat, and also fibers because fibers will help the bowel movement and it will decrease constipations, can be taken from vegetables and fruits. Another one is vitamin C because vitamin C then will increase the absorption of iron and antioxidants, and it can be obtained from cabbage, pineapple, papaya, guava, orange, and tomato. Another nutrients is zinc. So zinc help in the metabolic and immunity processes of the mother and the baby. So mother needs to eat a lot of nuts, beef liver, eggs, and beef during the pregnancy to gain a lot of zinc. Not mistaken and not forgotten is the iodine. So iodine will regulate the body temperatures and forms the red blood cells and also the muscles and the nerve functions. That's why the mother needs to eat enough table salt and then fresh shrimp and shellfish so that mother will gain the iodine which is important in trimester 3. Well, so how much is the needs for nutrition for a mother during pregnancy? So the national average for energy consumption is around 1,735 kilocalories. So these protein requirements from the first to second trimester less than 6 grams per day. So in third semester we can have 10 grams per day for protein. Fat is actually the source for energy and also essential for placental tissue growth. So we emphasize the mother to eat something contains protein a lot, sometimes contains fat to improve the needs of nutrition on the pregnant mother. We also notify the mother or we educate the mother that it's important to have the prenatal nutrition. So before getting pregnant, you have to maintain the good nutrition so there will be minimized risk for pregnancy complications as well as the premature babies. And during the pregnancy, we also emphasize on prenatal nutrition where we try to have the mother uh, um, taking enough food and enough nutrition, so we will then lessen um, the happening of malnutrition that will lead to premature births, congenital disorder, and even stillbirth. So we also um, learned from the study by Mila et al. In 2010, 2015, that if macronutrient intake is inadequate, then the low birth weight will be increases in risk. So we really emphasize on pregnant mother to, although they are having morning sickness, they're feeling like they don't want to eat, we ask them to really make sure that they will have the carbohydrates, fats, and protein taken, so that they will have enough nutrition for the pregnancy. Now, how to assess the nutritional status of the pregnant woman? So we see if the mother is taking the complex carbohydrates, contain vitamins, minerals, and also increasing in their fiber intakes, as well as in the vitamins. We make sure that the mother is consuming enough folic acid, vitamin A, B, C, D, E, and K in order to make it a very healthy pregnancy. So we ask them to eat fruit and vegetables. We ask them to eat carbohydrates, and we try to really make them eat so that they will have the nutritional needs that needed by the baby and by themselves. Then how we assess? We assess the weight changes that happen from the moment before pregnancy, and we observe it throughout the pregnancy, and we see how many kilograms is the weight changes from the pregnancy until the end of the pregnancy. We also assess the hemoglobin because we want to see whether the mother have anemia or not. We also do the measurement of upper arm circumference, or MUAC, mother upper arm circumference, so that we can see the risks of the protein energy malnutrition. So we believe by calculating the lingkar lengan atas, or the upper arm circumference, we can know whether the mother is very well nourished or malnourished. And we also measure the relative body weight, so the BMI. So we assess how far is the standard for the calorie adequacy in this pregnant woman. So we calculate and we see whether the nutritional status of this woman is being met or not yet. Now, how to get a balanced nutrition during pregnancy? So, as always, we emphasize on eating a balanced and varied diet, one portion more than normal before pregnancy to the mother, and there should not be any dietary restriction during pregnancy. Even the mother is craving for something, we try to maintain, we try to fulfill the cravings for the mother. But then if the mother have history of food allergies, we really avoid that, because we don't want the mother to have any allergic reactions due to any food. We emphasize that mother needs to drink enough water, at least 10 glasses a day. And then if mother is experiencing nausea, vomiting, and lack of appetite, we suggested that the mother will choose the low-fat foods in a small and frequent portions. For example, eat fruits, eat bread, eat cassava, or eat biscuits, so it will be well maintained, and you can substitute the needs of nutrients through other food with similar nutritional weight. Now, that's the end of this topic. I hope that you learn a lot. God bless you.